to a Tall Woman's Perspective podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the invite.
Yes, no problem. Thank you for coming on. So I'll get started with, for each of my guests, I always start with this or that podcast questions just to kind of break the ice and get the episode going.
Mhm.
All right, so the first one is, if you had to choose a menu to prepare, which one would you choose? So a brunch menu or a dinner menu?
I would do I like brunch. Brunch menus are my favorite. That's the
Brunch look fun.
first encounter when people wake up, and that's how you get their day started. That can go good or bad. I like to, provide people with a nice start of their day.
And
And
set the tone.
yeah.
That sounds good.
Mhm.
I can see that too. Brunch seems like it's cool and fun and over dinner for sure. I would choose it if I had to book one.
Mhm.
All right, so the next one is, would you rather listen to, let's say if you were on like a road trip, right? If you had to listen to rap or R&B, which one would it be?
Mm. Can I do a combination? Like I can't just listen to all rap, and I can't just listen to all R&B.
We could get to that, but this or that. You gotta choose one.
Probably rap, because
Right.
yeah, probably. Right.
Makes sense. But it sounds like you might be R&B bull too, because you said
I,
you wanted a combination.
I like the melodies in the raps too. That's what I'm saying. Like, could it be a combination? But
Hmm.
I would probably listen to straight rap.
Gotcha. All right. Next one, vacation destinations. Now, why not even destinations? Why you're vacationing? Do you like to stay on the resorts or do you go out with the locals?
Everywhere I go, I have been with the locals. Not because I wanted to, but that's how it's been going. And I think I don't know. I couldn't say rather this or that because I've never been. Every time I've been out the country or something,
Mhm.
it's been with the locals. So I don't know if it's a different experience in the resort, but I had a good time everywhere I went. Like Jamaica, I went with the locals. I don't think the people at the resort got the experience I got. So, you know,
I would, Jamaica specifically, I was outside with the locals and I loved it. I do want to go back for sure. So I can, if you was outside, I know the experience was lit.
for sure.
All right. So the next one is, which one would you choose? So Italian or Mexican?
Mm, that's a tough one too because I like a lot of Italian cuisines, but on my spare time, I like to eat Mexican food. Like I just had Mexican food today, so I'm gonna have to go with Mexican.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so but the DJ got a crib in Jamaica. Period. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I love Jamaica. You've been to Jamaica, right? What
Yes.
you said?
I went for my birthday and it was so welcoming. I felt like I didn't like I need to go back. I need part two for sure. It was a vibe. Um Montego Bay.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, but I felt like we were in other parts too. We were like just touring around, like really outside. I was like, I like this. I gotta come back. I definitely need a longer vacation there. Sober the DJ, I may have to tap in with you, okay? All
Mhm.
right, so that wraps up the this or that questions.
You said what?
I said that wraps up the this or that questions. It was only 4 of them this time. What you say?
I said that was the icebreakers,
Yeah,
right?
those was the icebreakers. The icebreakers. I'm so tongue tied today. It's this look. Son told me not to drink today.
When did you start this podcast?
I
Yeah.
I started, so I'm coming up on 2 years in September.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been around for a little minute. I feel like I finally got my feet wet in the podcast industry.
Okay. Who
Yeah.
you before? Now I'm asking you questions. This is your podcast. My fault.
Right. No, go ahead. Go ahead, because we're gonna get into your business next.
Okay. What's your goal in it? Like, you want to be like an interviewer, or you want to be like, what's this whole setup?
So at first, I like kind of got talked into it by my friend because he was just like, based off conversations, like, damn, like it would be good for a podcast host, like you should do it. And at the time, he was just, I was going through things. He was just like, well, you should just use it as an outlet. And I was like, oh, well, I'm definitely gonna do that. And ever since then, I've been using it as an outlet. And so I say all that to say, like, yeah, I'm like, I want to see it through. So I want to see where it can go for sure. Not just stopping here, right? I'm talking brand deals and all of that. Like, I see it. I'm really big on speaking things into existence. So I know what's for me will come for sure. Yep.
Continue.
All right, so let me see. I usually have my phone up here, but it's charging. I bet if I keep looking down. All right, so what inspired you to become a chef?
Mm, that's a good question. I got asked that when I was about like 17 years old. I got to my first magazine. What inspired me was my late mother. You know, she had three jobs. She was like a registered nurse, something else, and she was a chef. So I really took a lot after her. And when she was like passing away, she told me that's what she wanted me to be. And then, boom, I get in high school, you know, because we went to the same high school. You get to pick your shop class.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I just ran with it. But I fell in love immediately. I cut my finger the first day I was in culinary class. And I was like, fuck it, I'm
Wow.
doing
That's dope though.
it.
That like she wanted you to become a chef and like you gravitated to it because you know how our parents want us to do, in life, like certain career paths to take, and sometimes it don't always align with what we want. So that's beautiful to see that, what she wanted you to become is what you actually did. That's dope. And you actually like enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
That's decent. I definitely was going to ask, was that your culinary? I could, like, I feel like I'd be old at times, like I don't remember a lot. But I'm like, what's that his shop class in high school? That's
Mm-hmm.
decent. Because I didn't get the shop class I wanted. I feel like they just stuck me in criminal justice. That is not what I originally wanted. So your brand, the SOE brand, what does it stand
All right.
for the people that don't know?
There's two parts. For the people that don't know, it used to stand for squad over everything. That's when we had a little group inside the inner city. You might know a couple people that was in the group. And then that was when we was younger, like started like 15, 16, and we had to come up with that name. And how it gravitated, it actually started from us doing music. It was
Hmm.
Taliban Records. And then somebody told us we can't put Taliban in it, so then we started thinking of new names to come up with. So I was like SOE, and it meant squad over everything. We was a squad,
Hmm.
and then stuff. So then we started doing music, and then started branding that on like just T-shirts. We did a first video, and just had like 5 T-shirts with squad over everything on it. Everybody's like, "Yo, let me get one." So we started selling it,
Hmm.
and eventually we got older. You know, people go their separate ways, and then I became sole owner of SOE, and I just changed the name to Success Over Everything. And
Hmm.
you know, I feel like that could be with everybody. You could do that with your squad. You could do that by yourself. I feel like I wanted to make it more universal because not everybody knows what squad means, and I want to tap into a bigger market than just the like urban community. So that's why I changed it to Success Over Everything. So no matter what you got to do to be successful, it does matter what you got to do to be successful.
It
But as
do.
long as you don't compromise your morals, you're successful. Even if you don't get the job that you want, but
Hmm.
you put your all into it, you were successful at attempting something that you want to do. So you should still feel successful. You shouldn't let something else make you feel successful. Whatever you want to do and you accomplish that, yeah, you're successful. Don't sell your soul for success.
Please don't do it because I feel like, listen, it's a lot of that craziness going on, in the world, especially on this internet.
Yes, I watch it a lot.
Same.
I'm trying to win, but you gotta just like maneuver through it.
You do. Because I take breaks from social media for that specific thing. Because it's just like, but I like that though. Just maneuver through it and take take the good from it, and leave the bad, and don't let it like me. I'll be like frustrated. You know what? I'm over it. Here goes the internet. I'm over it. But I do like that,
Hmm.
and I like the dual meaning.
Yeah,
Because if you from the trenches like that, listen, I like squad over everything. But then as far as the bigger brand you're tapping into, I get like some people might not know like squad. And then we're adults now, right? We're really adults. Like yeah, we want success and to obtain those things. So that's a dope dual name for it. Well, and meaning.
yeah. And people who got the retro outfits, you know, when I make it bigger, it's all gonna be worth it. So
Yes, that's dope. Well, let's talk about that too, the apparel, because it's not only like you're not only a celebrity chef, but you're also an artist, a music
yeah,
artist, and then you have the apparel too.
that's one of my videos back there, but we'll get to that later. Yes, that's how it started. The apparel came from the music. Like I was always a chef, um, but yeah, obviously when you get off work, you got friends, and we all had a music group.
Hmm.
But none of us are together right now.
Oh, oh man.
Yeah,
Oh, we got to talk on the back end about that. I love to see when coming up at certain age, but I also understand when people outgrow each other, or whatever may be the case. I get that too. So when exactly did the group form, and when did you start rapping?
probably like ninth grade. I used to do like gospel rap in church.
Oh.
Like I was playing with it, like spoken word
Mhm.
poetry, and because I grew up in the church, so I started doing that, and then I went to a Christian like elementary school, but when
Mm.
I Bach Tech, a public school in South Philadelphia, and I'm from North Philly, I,
Right.
things changed for me,
Mhm.
and that's when I really started rapping. So yeah, about 14, 15, I could say I started rapping, but before that, I was always into it, like poetry and stuff
Right.
like that.
Well, from what I've always been told, that rap is poetry, so that makes perfect sense as to why. Yeah. And I feel like you got the best of both worlds, being from North and then going to school in the P, because I'm a South Philly girly, so I feel like that's the best of both worlds.
I should have known that. You
You
probably
said you should.
part. What do you even? I guess what part? I think you like a Tasker or Snyder's Street Baby, something like that.
What?
Oh,
No, you close. So I'm actually from the project. Listen, I'm from Passion Projects,
oh wow.
which is close to. Yes, it's close. It's near Tasker and Wilson and all of that. Yeah, but you was close. That's funny how like about that. But I actually grew up on the other side, like closer to the school. Like I actually lived not too far from the school too. So
Yeah.
wow, that's funny. So where exactly are you from in North Philly?
Where I'm from is 23rd and Diamond. You could say I grew up
Okay.
in Nice Town, so
Okay.
yeah, I always do like that because they call Nice Town North Philly, but my grandma lived on 23rd and Huntington, so it's like
That's right there.
yeah. And my brother was on 23rd and Diamond for a long time, and
Mm.
I gotta go to my brother's house, so yeah.
That makes perfect sense the way you just explained it too. From the people that are on the live that's from Philly, y'all understand. Like y'all get it. That's dope. All right. So
You been down?
what was your first or who? What was that?
You been down North Philly?
Have I guessed? My father's from Erie Avenue, so I've been like younger and yeah. Not as much though. But like I've always lived in South Philly, so family gatherings and you going to see family members, like then that's when I would go out there. But for the most part, I've always stayed in South Philly.
Do you save these
I
vlogs?
do. So this will be uploaded to my YouTube page. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be saved here.
Weekend. That's why I'm just letting
Wait, say
you.
that one more time. I didn't hear you.
Saturday on Memorial Day weekend. Everybody outside right now.
Right,
That's
right.
it.
And when we booked it, I thought that, but I was like, damn, like I don't want to change it. So it's going to be what it's going to be. I didn't want to change the date. But yes, so it'll be available for replay. For those of you that are new to my channel, so it's going to be uploaded to my YouTube page as an actual episode. It'll be all on the streaming platforms, wherever you get your podcast. And it'll also be on my YouTube page. And I'll be sure to tag you as well.
Clock that. I see you.
Here, look, I don't play. I don't even play. All right, so the next question is, who was your first celebrity booking?
First celebrity booking. It's crazy.
What's that?
It's probably. Wait, let me think. I wouldn't say he booked me himself, but the first celebrity person I cooked for was Donald Trump in Philly at the
Wow.
Union. Yep.
Wait, this is the sound. Where at did you go? And what year was this? We need details. Like,
The
walk us
first time,
through this.
and I don't know. I don't remember exactly what year, but he walked through. I remember they all locked us in the thing because he had to walk past for like Secret Service. But this was in the Union League of Philadelphia. It was the first time he was running. So whatever
Mhm.
years those
Wait, okay,
there.
right. I'm terrible with years too, but got you.
hmm And then right after that, when I moved to Florida, I cooked for Donald Trump Jr. in West Palm Beach. He had a party.
Wow. So
Yep.
both of them. Dang. Okay.
The first two actually
Wow. And
since I was a kid. Like since I started at the Union League of Philadelphia,
mhm.
rich people, but celebrities, famous people that we all know. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's wow. Okay. Start talking heavy for us. Listen, I like that. Like, that's dope though. And what a coincidence that both, father and son, two different states. Like,
Mm-hmm.
were they right after each other? Would you say?
I
Like,
mean,
as far as time wise?
when I was a child, not a child, but I was like early adult. Like I had to be like 22, 23 for Donald Trump. So that's
Mm.
what year that was. But yeah, and then Donald Trump Jr. was 3 years ago because I was in West Palm Beach. My son is 2. So yeah, that was 3 years ago.
Nice, nice. So
Hey,
where are you primarily based? Because I do see,
you know, people ask me that.
yeah, like I seen a lot of Florida. I feel like Florida is like my second home. I love
Yeah,
Miami and Fort Lauderdale too. It's just a vibe.
you been out Miami?
Yes, that's really my second home. Listen, my all of my viewers, they probably used to me saying this. Like, I love Miami for a little vacation, a big vacation, a day trip. Like, I even like Fort Lauderdale now.
Mhm.
I like it.
Uh, I probably Virginia is about to be my home in about a month and a half, but I've been out Florida, Miami, the Keys, off and on for about the last 4 years. But I be
Yeah.
traveling, so I might stay somewhere for 2 months,
Hmm.
stay somewhere for a year. Florida is the longest place I stayed since I moved out of Philly. Like I've been to LA, all that. I cooked for people out in LA and stayed there for like 6 months.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Here I am thinking it's just Florida, but it's LA. And so you said you're about to pretty much primarily be in Virginia.
Virginia.
Is it like a certain part?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be in Virginia Beach.
Shout out to Sober the DJ. He just was on here. That's actually where he is out in Virginia Beach.
Nice.
Yes.
Probably see him out there.
Yeah, 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 definitely. I'm gonna definitely let him know you coming out there. Cause he do a lot of events and stuff out there as a DJ. All right. So I wouldn't even say navigating because I know you still do the music and you also are a chef. How does that work as far as like combining the two?
Well, I really slowed down on the music after like the me being a chef made me more money, and then obviously real life came into play too. Cause like
Mhm.
I'm a type of person I like to get my money legitly, So it might take me a little longer than other people, but when I get it, I get it. So I like to take
Yeah.
opportunities. I like to slow down. So
Hmm.
the last music video I did was actually like 3 years ago, and then I had a baby, so I had to slow down. And then when I
Okay.
like getting that set up, that's when I came back to Miami, and that's what you see now. Like me, that now. Like when I came back here,
Hmm.
I've been back here for about 7, 8 months, and then boom, I just started going.
Got
So
you. Okay. Well, congratulations to you. Did you say you have a son? Another son? Because I know you have
I
one.
have I have two kids. I have
Okay.
a 11-year old and I have a 2 year old.
Oh, okay. Shout out to them. All right.
How about
So
you? Kids?
say that again.
You got kids?
Yes, I have one. So my baby she'll be 11. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she'll be 11 this year. Wow. So you said your son, well, your oldest kid is 11.
13 this year.
Yeah.
Me and like his birthday August 7th, my birthday August 19th.
A teenager is like, I'd be losing my mind just thinking about my daughter turning 11. So I can only imagine a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
In high school, I had my baby. Maybe like a year or two. Yeah.
Wow. I was late. I was a little late having my baby. Yes. Wow. And so when is what's your sign? I heard you say August. What's that? You
Leo,
giving Leo or Virgo?
giving Leo, and my son giving Leo. My youngest son is giving Virgo.
Oh, okay. You don't strike me as a Leo. That's crazy. I thought you was gonna say Virgo. I didn't hear what actual date, but
Leo game.
okay, okay. Yes. My dad was a Leo. So I know. Y'all good people. All right, so next we're going to get into that social media topic that I sent you.
Okay.
If you do not know, for the people that are joined here, I'm sure you have if you've been on social media. So it's about Skilla Baby being shot 8 times in Detroit, where he's from. And I believe they said it was on 8 Mile, but he is expected to survive. Now, as a rapper, what are your thoughts on that? Like, as far as him going back home to where he's from and being shot 8 times is like crazy.
I mean, to me, I feel one of two ways. Like on the internet, how we see Skilla Baby, he seemed like he made music for the ladies. He seemed like he minded his business.
Hmm.
See all that. So then you gotta look at it like, are people shooting on you, shooting at you because they hate you? It don't seem like nobody was trying to rob him. So it sounds like either it's maybe he did something in the past and it's catching
Catching
up,
up.
or
Yeah.
it's too hard. But nobody was trying to take anything. So it's like, I don't know. But I know he do seem like a changed man. Like even days before that, he was praying on live. I mean, on Instagram. Maybe
Mm.
he could have did something, knew something was coming. Nobody knows, but I'm
Hmm.
glad he survived
Yeah.
as a rapper. He if I make it like we're rapping, I wouldn't probably be in some of these situations. A lot of these younger kids are getting themselves into.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be lacking, is what they're saying. That I wouldn't be doing certain movements they're doing, but
Yeah.
or just be smart about it is what I would say.
Hmm.
And I love Skilla Baby music, by the way. I
Yeah.
actually,
I just seen the verse. I think he dropped like or like a snippet of the new part of his song or a new song he's about to debut, and I'm like, damn. Then you hear about that. But I definitely agree with you. I feel like once you become a rapper and you reach a certain status, it's like you gotta definitely be mindful of what was once considered home. Yeah, things have changed. Whether you did things, you was outside, before you became a rap artist, whether people around you that was close to you might have, and you might have been an easier target. Like it could have, like you said, it could have went multiple ways. But I personally, I wouldn't be back outside home freely like that, especially because I'm Skilla Baby. The rap. I wouldn't. It's unfortunate, but I do love the fact that he is expected to survive and he's on his healing journey. That's dope.
and me personally, even I'm a chef. I'm not even like trying to claim the rapper title, but say if I become like bigger or whatever, I'm
You
not
are.
even gonna do.
You are. Claim it. Yeah.
I wouldn't come to Philly and just hang out like I would normally do. I wouldn't even do that just because
Makes sense.
I already feel it and I'm not there. So
See?
it's like, yeah, I gotta be smart about how I move even around there.
And I'm a woman, so if I'm sitting here saying this is like, you would think like most just from a female standpoint, I'm not coming. Like, I know I can't be in certain places. Like, I really got to watch myself. Like, that's just an automatic. But I don't know. It could be because of where we come from. Like I said, I'm from the project, so you done seen some things and you heard about things. It's just I wouldn't put myself in that predicament either.
While we on this topic,
Hmm.
speaking of people that do positive things, rest in peace, Q Quad. Quad.
Yes, the funeral was today. Rest in peace to him. That was so
From my
heartbreaking.
neighborhood, nice town. Like that's the block TV rap. That's yeah, like
Wow.
it's French. Like man, that's a sad one.
In the voice of the young people,
Yeah,
like pro and positivity, especially him being much younger. It's just like why? It's crazy and all over a chain
yeah. That you couldn't have did nothing with anyway.
because it's his name. Like everybody would have known. Like it's the youth. I really definitely feel for them. Just because it's bad. I mean, I know it's bad everywhere. It's not only happening here in Philly, but to hear things actually happening like that in our city to innocent people that are promoting positivity, it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So definitely shout out to him. All right. So my next question is, at this point in your life, right now, at this big old age, like I like to say, what are two things that you would have wanted to tell your younger self?
Um, you'll get over depression. I was depressed all in high school. Nobody knew this, but I would say, don't
No.
stay. My mom passed right in like the beginning of high school,
Mm,
like right. I didn't even know that whole 4 years was like just
yeah.
yeah. So
I
I
know
would
that
say
was tough trying to navigate that
yeah,
because high school itself is like was hard. Like what you going to high school at 14 and you teenage years, you learning new things and man, you definitely put on a great face though. Because I was always shy and pretty much stayed to myself and like a small group of friends. But there's no way I would have known that.
mm. So I would say I would tell him it's going to get better. That younger person when that happened,
Mhm.
and then I probably would have said a little bit older me, but younger me, when you came into money, don't blow it up. Invest in property at a younger age. If you get money at a young age, invest in property from there. And by the time we at our big age, it'll double.
Mhm.
But again, you can still do it now at our age, and then it'll
We
double.
can. We
But
still young.
if I
Yeah.
would have did it back then, yeah, I feel like I could have did something when I first got a check. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense. But I feel like, during those times, like you definitely learn lessons as to the man you are today, which is why you're like, damn, I could have gotten some property with that money. But like it's one thing to be our age and like you still doing the same exact things as you did at that young age. So it makes all of the difference. And may your mother rest in peace. If I can speak on her behalf, I know she is most certainly, definitely proud of you and the man that you are today. Just for me, looking on the outside, I know that would make a mother proud for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, no problem. And those were great tips because I felt like when I start buying property and things, I'm like, I felt like I was like at an older age, but seeing neighborhoods being gentrified and like streets that were like considered lots in South Philly and then the prices that they were going for. And when I go back and now I'm seeing 3-story houses and I'm like, yo, these are when like remember the dollar houses were around and they were selling houses here in Philly for $1. Man, I'll be driving like, yo, I'll pull it up like just to see in the city to see how much this is worth. And it's like, had I known that back then, I would be up right now. But it's all a learning lesson. Like, could definitely, obtain more properties for sure. That's dope. So your SOE clothing brand.
Ah,
Yeah.
what you say?
Now I was gonna ask you about the clothing brand, but what were you gonna say next?
I don't remember the what brand?
Oh, your clothing brand. Weren't you gonna tell us about like exactly what the pieces? Like we want to know about that. We promoting today.
Well, summertime. It's summertime in Miami, so I got a lot of bathing suits ready. But usually, it's just basically modern wear, and then I merge it into the chef wear. Like, so if you got a chef jacket, put my logo SOE on it. It means success over everything, but you can fit it on anything.
Mhm.
Um, it's more. It's really not a clothing line. Is more of a brand, but you're just wearing a brand. Because I don't like to make clothes myself. It'd be clothes that's made, and I put my brand on it. And people usually are saying I'm repping the brand in these type of clothes. So I'm trying to, if I can really do it, get a collaboration with, let's just shoot for the stars, Nike or something like that.
Absolutely. Why not?
Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do. Because I don't want to like make clothes. I'm not a stylist.
Yeah, like the manufacturer and stuff
I like to wear sweatsuits. So you remember when we got stores in Philly where you could just buy a plain sweatsuit and put your logo on it. So
on
that's
there.
what I was doing.
Right.
That's all I was
I
doing.
like that. The brand, definitely so. And I get that because I thought about like clothing brands. It's a lot that goes into it as far as the styling aspect. So yeah, I definitely get that. Yeah, I would just want to put, simple things.
Mhm.
So I definitely understand that. So if you don't mind, because I feel like we spoke about this a tad bit, but we were supposed to circle back around to it. You said your upbringing was basically you were brought up in the church.
Yeah.
And do you mind telling us a little more about that?
Literally, since I was born, I went to New Salem Baptist Church. That's on 27th and Krosky. I'm talking about every Sunday, Wednesday, Bible study, every time, going to school, straight A student. I think I was a straight A student all the way up until like 10th grade when we was actually like go
Mhm.
out and do our job because after that I was just tired. But
Yeah.
like uh, church, I was very active in church. I was a junior deacon, like everything you could be in church besides a pastor. I
Wow.
probably was.
You were.
It was moments in my life where, you know, I left God, but God didn't leave me. I'm pretty sure we all go through moments like that. Um,
Yes. Woo.
yeah, I did everything. Praise dance. Like I really loved church. We used to go on church retreats. Like our church was really lit. We used to take like trips,
I was about to say it sound like it.
like church retreats. We went to the mountains. Just like we was one big family, and my uncle was the pastor. He passed away during COVID, and our church hasn't been open
Oh.
since. So that's one thing I always say: when I get rich, I'm going to rebuild our church. Because right now, a white man own our church, and we haven't had
Mm,
since
just not
COVID.
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the church has not been open since my uncle died. That's about
Oh, it hasn't been. Wow.
since COVID.
Wow.
It was my church hasn't
Yeah.
been open since.
A few years back. Yeah. But I love the fact that you like, listen, like I'm definitely coming back to reopen the church. And then I know so many people that did attend would be so grateful for that. That's decent. And another thing is too, when most people hear like when they think of church, it's like, oh, it's only like Sunday school, and the fact that you said y'all were going on retreats, like that definitely do sound that sounds lit.
We used to visit other churches. And we had a big. My church was part of it. Like the big stuff. I don't know if you went to church. We was connected to South Philly too. Like
Really,
you know,
I
yeah.
didn't
And a lot of people
say really.
like social media influence come from
Hmm.
all these retreats that I see. Like it's crazy.
Wow, that's decent though. As far as today, how that comes around full circle, and like social media being used as a good tool and still being able to connect with all of those people, from the retreats and all over. That's decent. All right. So our last question is, what can we expect from you in the future?
You can expect, as of right now, I'm on like a couple more episodes of this show called Unghetto.
Okay.
We should talk. I didn't know what I was getting myself in for. It was a guy that called me. He's a popular YouTuber. He had 13 women. I don't want to call him ratchet. I'm gonna say, for podcast purpose, I'm gonna say uneducated. Is that a bad word?
Okay.
Is that bad? I'm trying not to like.
No, I
Okay.
get. Yeah, I follow exactly what you're saying, and I'm going to tune in. Okay, we need the details because I feel like this is going to be comical, but
Yeah.
it sounds like it's going to be comical.
So I made these people some things, and their back screen. I mean, everyone loved it
Yeah.
overall, but it was like, what I thought I was coming there for, and what I actually was there for was crazy. So that is called Kinda Ghetto. It's on YouTube, season 2. I'm a chef.
Okay.
Um, I got a couple more celebrity clients coming up. I like to usually surprise people with that.
Hmm.
Um, like I just met Lil Pump yesterday. That's why I'm in uniform right now, because I'm about to. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I gotta go somewhere after. You know.
Got you. And you, yeah. And so, what's the name of the show? Well, when is it coming out? Like, can you tell us that?
It's out on YouTube.
I was
The guy named
already out.
the guy name is Unghetto. He's like a famous
Okay.
YouTuber, and he made Kinda Ghetto. This is season 2. I was one of the chefs on there, and it's just nice to see everyone's reaction when I'm actually cooking inside the show. Some of it's a 5-minute clip on my page, and they're like a video on my page. You can come straight to my Instagram page. Follow, subscribe. I follow that.
Okay.
If you guys, I don't just follow anybody. Like I like people that's doing something. So,
Right. It got to make sense, especially at this point in everybody's lives. Like, I feel like personally on this internet, it definitely does. And I'm gonna tap in once we finish the episode because this just seems you've always gave me kind of like laid back. So just the title of the show alone, it seemed like it's very funny.
yeah, it is funny. I thought it was good. Episode 3 is about to come out. So, and I did a whole other thing on. You'll see.
Yeah,
I,
I can't wait to see this.
I'm not the star of the show, but in the comments, it's just crazy because everybody was talking about me. So it was like, and I was only on there for 5 minutes, and that's just I didn't do everything. Like you gotta put everything else also. It's just I see where it's going, and
Okay.
people viewing my page. It's a lot right now. I don't even know what to think right now. I'm just going.
Right, just going with the flow. And then see. Have you watched any of the episodes back that are already aired? Like, did you replay any?
Yeah, I watched. I watched the second episode. That's the one I'm on. I watched that probably like 2, 3 times, and it's an hour and 30 minutes long.
Mm-mm. Any surprising like things that were surprising?
Like they don't know how I got there, and I didn't get there till 1 a.m. But I'm thinking I'm doing a pasta class.
Mm.
Girls didn't eat for like 2 days because he didn't feed them. So I'm the first person they see. So they think it's something else, and that's why I said just
Yeah, we gotta go tune in.
we
Yeah,
gotta.
we have to tune in.
There's people fighting. People went to the hospital right as I'm coming there. Like I was just like,
It was going down. Like it was going down.
I'm like it's crazy. Uh,
Wow.
my favorite celebrity. You didn't ask that question,
I didn't.
and I just
But that's a great question. So do
my
tell.
favorite to cook for, has to cook for,
Hmm.
has been Hazel E. I love Hazel E. She is such a nice person. She's kind. She's beautiful, obviously.
Yes.
She real, and I respect her. And yeah, she's been my favorite so far.
That's
Second,
decent. Shout out to Hazel E.
Faith Evans, and then third would be Orlando Brown. In that order, like those have been my favorites.
I
They
love
all got
I like that lineup first and foremost.
probably put it out there. That's how you.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that lineup. Shout out to Hazel E. I've always loved Faith Evans. She's a legend in my eyes. The music, what? I'm an R&B girly, so you can imagine I'm always listening to not only the new R&B, definitely the 90s R&B and early 2000s. So shout out to her and shout out to Orlando Brown too.
I heard you. Sorry. That's fine.
No, you fine. I was just bigging up Faith Evans, Hazel E, and Orlando Brown.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to them as well. We did get a question on the episode. Somebody, wait, I'm gonna see if I can pop. It'll pop up on the screen. Yep, there it is. Are you able to see the question?
I don't see anything.
Okay.
I'm talking.
So on my end, the question reads, someone from one of the viewers who's been tapped in with us. Thank y'all to everybody that has. So she said, "Is he single?" With the
Oh
eyes.
wait, what?
Sis shot her shot.
Um,
We don't want to get you in trouble now, but that's what she put in there. So it's a question that popped
that's a
up.
great question. She might have to find out part two.
Okay.
Gotta do.
Period. So hey girl, you
Yeah,
gotta come back for part two and you'll find out.
yeah. You should start a streaming service too.
Really?
You should.
Yeah, you
Like if you
got
like if you could do this live, what we've been on here for like almost an hour.
almost, yeah. It's like about 45 minutes.
Money off of YouTube. Say it.
Yeah, so I'm building my YouTube page. I am, but I don't know how, or I'm still learning things about that over there.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely so.
I'm not the best on it, but I got a little bit of advice on it. I
You
give you.
do? Oh yeah, I'm definitely open to it because I want to navigate more over here. Like obviously, I got my feet wet here on Instagram, and Instagram is kind of my stomping grounds. But I need to definitely tap more into
Instagram,
the other.
but they don't pay as much as YouTube. I get paid on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, but they're not paying.
What the others are paying. See, yeah, yeah.
And nothing. YouTube. I don't see nothing taking its place.
Mm.
You can go stuff like that though, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
so I
on board.
need to go over there to YouTube. I need to consistently be over on YouTube, is what you're telling me. Yeah. Are you able to go live over there with other, like what we're doing here on Instagram?
You can do that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You
I
go
didn't know that.
live everywhere. Twitch, and some other stuff. Flip. Like I just feel like people who doing this.
Hmm.
This the bonus, but you make money everywhere else.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Yeah.
yeah. It sounds like a huge benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I need to tap in for sure.
For sure.
We got a thumbs up. All right.
But I think you can do it. You got the questions, you got the personality. I like everything this just was, all that. So,
Thank
so
you.
we got to
Yes.
like a Tuesday, Wednesday, so we can on
Yeah, for
Instagram.
sure.
I'm sure once we put it out and then we promote it,
Yeah.
it'll go
It'll go up. Yes. But I'm definitely with you.
1,000 views already. That's just a flyer.
Yeah.
So, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Good questions.
Yes, and we can lock in for part two on definitely one of those days because it is, like you said, the holiday weekend. So I'm always open. My guests are always welcome to come back on. You're always more than welcome.
All right. Yeah, I want to see you succeed. I like this. I like where you're starting. I like what you're doing. I like your background. I don't know if this is your background
Thank,
every time.
thank you. Yeah, this is my background every time I'm in my bedroom. This is it. Like I want to be comfortable,
Another camera streaming, you do this, and then you need to upload that on YouTube.
and then
That's how.
wow. So I am on TikTok live on my other phone,
Oh, right.
but
Yeah.
yeah, right
All right.
now I'm literally on my.
You need a TikTok camera. You need a YouTube camera. You need a Twitch camera.
Yeah, so I need to add my YouTube. Okay, period. And this is my first time going live on both pages. So I'm not, I need to start being more active over there on TikTok. But today I was like, why not just go live over there? So I don't know if you see me cutting my eye, but like I'm looking at my other phone over here too.
And
Yeah, but I'll definitely start doing it.
to make money. Keep that in mind too.
Wait, what was that? The phone kind of went out a second. I didn't hear
And
you.
sometimes you gotta spend money to make money.
Yes.
So like to get your name out there, you might have to put a little bit of money behind it.
You know what? I've been thinking it, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm tight. I can be tight.
Sure.
But it makes sense. It does make sense by you saying that. It really does. Like I do have to give in a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Not even pay us $100 to start popping.
Yeah.
Then everybody
Yeah.
that top.
See that's not bad. I don't know for me.
Wow, they gonna shut me off. I'm
Yeah, and start dropping. Look, you start dropping too many too many Jews.
no smoke.
And oh, okay, you gotta watch it. Listen, I'm not even going. I'll tell you that once we're done here, because I don't want to get banned on none of these pages at all. But thank you for all of the Jews that you dropped as well, and also thank you for coming on the podcast and doing the episode with me. I truly appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for that. Right. I'm gonna do
Alrighty, all right. Well, have a good night.
it. Go enjoy your weekend. I'm about to go do that. You'll
I
see me on
am.
Instagram
I'm
again.
about to call. Hey, girl, where you at? Because I'm coming outside.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm off too. What? I'm going to enjoy myself.
Well, I'm not be outside.
Yeah, that's it. Outside working. You be outside. Listen, I feel like you have the best of both worlds. Like when you cook, done cooking, enjoy yourself. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, again, looking forward to talking to you again.
Yes, same here. Same here. We're gonna link again for sure. We're gonna schedule the next
All
episode.
right.
All right. Have a good one.